Welcome back to our TackleShare video series on fishing basics. Today we are going to show you the jig setup. This is probably the most commonly used and versatile fishing techniques along with the basic hook, bobber, and worm setup. This technique works well with beginner anglers who have had a few experiences with fishing and continuously move their line. Instead of a normal hook, we are using a jig head. This is a weighted hook that looks like a head, and you'll see why in just a few seconds. Check out our knot tying video to see how to tie your jig head hook onto your line. We already have one tied on, so why don't we just get started? So instead of a worm, we are going to use something called a soft bait. This looks like a little body and the tail of a fish. So to put the soft bait on a jig head, we are going to place them parallel to each other just to get an idea of how they would line up with each other. Next, we are going to do this sock technique that I mentioned in a previous video, where we treat the jig head like a foot and we will pretend that our soft bait is a sock. So from there, we will feed the hook through the body of the soft bait. So that it is virtually parallel on the hook. Next, we just have to make sure that we push the soft bait so it's covering that hook on the jig head, which stops it from sliding down. And there you have it. Now we have a jig head and soft bait setup that looks like a fish with a body and tail. Check out our next video to learn all about casting basics and some jigging techniques.